Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Boom Boom Room. I am back with you with Whispers Across America.
Boom, boom.
Wait,
No, I meant whispers.
Did you mean that on purpose, or was you just throwing it in there?
Boom, boom, whispers.
The Boom Boom Whispers. Oh, man, you've been working too hard. Yeah. You must say it.
Been working, man.
Yeah,
Too many raccoon fights lately.
Man, find the right character. That's what I was gonna ask you. How you been?
Yeah. Just hey, at least it's a little bit cooler out here right now. You guys back there are getting all the heat.
Shit, yeah, it's been bad.
Yep. And but it's a time of the year to fill up a glass with ice, put some water in there, maybe some tea water.
Big water.
What's your favorite cold drink?
Me? Oh, man.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
ice cold, man.
water. I know that's crazy,
Yeah.
but water.
No.
Good water.
Yeah, good water. Just cold, man.
Yeah.
Cold.
Because we got an ice maker and we got a Brita filter, and it makes some good damn water, dude. Now I'll drink iced tea every once in a while, or I might even drink a diet Mountain Dew, but I don't know. It's just when I've gotten older, it's either coffee and water. That's all I like. So
it's good stuff, man. Water's good stuff. It's healthy,
Yeah.
Just as long as you don't drink, overdo it,
Yeah, it's hard to overdo it in this heat, man. No, really.
Yeah. You just comes out your pores, man.
Yeah. I'm telling you, dude, 111 index yesterday. Yep, it was bad. So, yeah, you got to definitely drink a lot of water. But anyway, we are on the great state of Kansas.
We just hit the K's.
We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. Actually, we are in Kansas.
We returned to Kansas.
Yep, Kansas.
Yep.
That's a state. You ever been there? You ever been to Kansas, Ted?
No, I have not. But I heard they have some good barbecue there, and also that quote was from what movie is that from?
Wizard of Oz. Favorite.
I know.
About to say, dude, that's blasphemous not to know. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. It is. It's one of those movies that's, wow, something else.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, you got to watch The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, no, even my daughter's seen it, man. I made her watch it when she was real young.
Yeah.
She liked it. Yeah. The Oompa Loompas. The quality when they made that movie, it's amazing. It's amazing what a quality movie it was because it is still good.
Yeah.
It's still, I don't know what it is about that movie, but I think it was one of the first movies, where they
it was the first movie with color, dude.
Color.
Yeah.
Was it the very first?
Very first movie, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
1939.
Damn.
1939.
Do you remember they used to play it every year, like on some holiday? Do you remember that? Like on CBS or ABC. I can't remember when I was a kid. Every year,
like
come
on Thanksgiving or Christmas or something like that.
Yep.
It was yeah. But that was, man, those flying monkeys. Damn.
Scary.
They were, dude. They were super scary.
Yeah. I'll tell you something scary about them. My mom, she would see stuff, in the supernatural, whatever you want to call it. And she told me one time that she come up my my son, my brother's room, my middle brother, he must was out partying or something. My mom told me, and said she seen them. There was two of those like monkeys on top of the ceiling, right above him.
Whoa!
And she started praying and stuff. Yeah, it's freaking monkeys. Demon monkeys they were.
It's either one of the scariest monkeys. It's either those or that little symbol toy, that monkey with the symbols.
Yeah.
You wind it up and it goes ching 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 ching.
Yeah, it's spooky ass monkey. That's it's in the game Fallout, that monkey, and I shoot it every time I see it. Yeah. But Kansas is an interesting state. When I used to work, Southeast, I had a lot of customers when I'd work, and it's very pretty. It's green, the eastern part. And I would work out of Kansas City a lot, and that's the type of barbecue there, because you've got, I think it's Carolina, Texas, Memphis, Kansas City barbecue. I don't know if there's another one or not, major barbecue, but those are like the major barbecues. And
the different style, different flavor, and especially with the sauce, right?
Yes, to do with the sauce, because some of them do use more dry rub. Now I don't know which is which, but down, if you can look it up, down in Texas, the barbecue capital of the world, it's called Lockhart. It's spelled like I say, Lockhart, Texas. And it's a smaller town, and they filmed a lot of movies there. And I'm not going to go into it right now, but I was there when they was filming one movie. But they've got like 4 or 5 barbecue places in the smaller town, and it's got some good barbecues. I know one's called Cruises, Blackies, and then I think it was Cruises. I'll tell you this story. A guy told me I worked for down there. He said that they moved to a different place, and the fire that they cooked the barbecue's been burning for like 60 years. The same fire, they keep stoking it. So when they moved, the guy put the fire in one of them old bathtubs. You know what I mean? Them old bathtubs on like a wagon, and moved it all the way down the street of the town to move to the other place to make sure it would not go out. That's a true story. Yeah, what's a tradition. And when you go in there to eat, you go in there, place to sit down and eat. And then when you walk to get your barbecue, it's so smoky, and they're cooked, and they use that wax paper. They put your food on wax paper and give you half a loaf of bread, and dude, it's it's awesome. But anyway, how I get on rabbit trails.
Well, Kansas barbecue sauce is known for being thick and sweet.
Yes.
So it's kind of like, honestly, probably. When you go to the grocery store and you buy a bottle of barbecue sauce, it's probably styled after the Kansas style. Yeah. It's because most of the barbecue sauce that you buy is thick and really sweet. Really sweet.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. It's good, man. I'm gonna tell you. Then the best barbecue place I ate in Kansas City, there was a couple. It was called Oklahoma Joe's, believe it or not. Ooh. But it was from Kansas City. I don't know why it was called Oklahoma Joe's, but it was really good. But and then I went to one like downtown, super old, and it's just I don't even. You probably look it up. I think it was. They serve you in there, and it's all a black family owned for years, man. Best barbecue you ever ate. They got all kind of good places to eat in that town. Soul food. But anyway, but what I was going to tell you before we get started, Kansas is a very interesting state because it's prairie, western Kansas. And then eastern. And it's... a lot of nice people there, and a lot of history. And of course, it's the Tornado Alley, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
Tornado Alley. But
That's how Dorothy got carried to the land of Oz.
Yeah, Aunt Dorothy. Dorothy, you were there, and Ted was there, and
Yeah. I have my red sparkly shoes and my green colored glasses, man. My glasses with the green colored glass. So everything looked green.
Yep.
It's true. Actually, in the book, because we actually read the book. Now in the movie, the Oz, the city, the Emerald City, is green because it's made out of like emeralds. But in the book, when anyone enters the Emerald City, they are required to put on glasses.
Really?
And if you take them off, you're kicked out of the city. And the glasses have green color glass in them, and it makes everybody sees the same, everybody sees things the same way within the city.
Oh, that's pretty glasses. Cool.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, but, I heard the book is way different than the movie.
Yeah, that was one of the differences that stood out to me, man. But
yeah, it's cool. But anyway,
Kansas, man.
If you got nothing to add, we can get started on the first one. I got you a couple good ones, dude. This is the one I was telling you about, and it happened in Southeast Kansas. I worked there for years, 15 years.
So this is actually like a real. Is this like a real story?
This is a real story. They actually in a rest area in Southeast Kansas, they got a plaque up. This is a famous Western scary story. So
all right, here we go. So this one is titled "The Bloody Benders." Out on the Kansas prairie back in the 1870s, there was a stretch of land so still and ordinary, you'd never guess what horrors lay buried beneath it. Travelers heading west would often pass through Labette County, a rugged, wind-blown land carved by wagon wheels and the boots of dreamers. But for some, their dreams and their lives ended at a small wooden inn run by a quiet little family. The family called themselves the Benders. At first glance, the Benders looked like any other pioneer family. They were hardworking, private, a little strange, maybe, especially the daughter, Kate, who claimed to be a spiritual medium, offering seances and talking to the dead for a small fee. But it was nothing too unusual for the time. The Benders ran a modest way station, a one-room cabin that served hot meals to weary travelers. People would come in, sit at the head of the long table, and Kate Bender would charm them with soft words and fluttering eyes. What those guests didn't know was that right behind that chair that they were sitting in was a thin canvas curtain. And behind that curtain stood murder. As the guest dined, one of the Benders, usually John Jr. or the old man, would creep up behind them and smash their skull in with a hammer. Then the body would be dropped through a trap door into a hidden cellar, and later dragged out back to the orchard. That's where the Benders buried their secrets. One after another, travelers vanished from the Benders' way station. Some were never missed. Some were mourned by desperate families. But it wasn't till a respected doctor named William York disappeared that folks really started asking questions. William York's brother, a Civil War veteran and Kansas senator, led the charge, and the trail led straight to the Bender place. But by the time the law arrived, the Benders were gone. They had vanished into the wind like prairie ghosts. What they left behind chilled even hardened lawmen. There was the blood-soaked trap door. There was body after body buried in shallow graves in the orchard. They were so mutilated they couldn't be identified. There were men, women, and even children. The bloody benders were never caught. Some say they split up and changed their names. Others say they were lynched by vigilantes in the woods. But no one really knows. All that's left behind oh, sorry. all that's left is legend and whisper of wagon wheels rolling past a lonely cabin where evil once lived. This was the story of the Bloody Benders, America's first family of serial killers. Proof that even in the wide open spaces of the frontier, there were monsters hiding in plain sight.
First serial killer. They never did find them. They never did. Never found them, dude. The whole family. Yeah.
So I mean, like they could be, their descendants could still be living among us, and they're wow, that's pretty wild, man. It makes me think about it makes me think about two things. Like what was that family in Red Dead Redemption 2 where you go out to that pig farm?
Yeah, I'm thinking of them too.
What was that? Man,
I don't know their names, but it was a big fat dude and a half, but her other chick, her brother and sister. Yeah.
It also did you ever watch that movie? Oh my gosh, it has Kurt Russell in it, Samuel Jackson, and Tarantino. It's a Tarantino movie.
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight. Oh yeah. Because that was like a way station. That place. You know?
Way station.
I mean, that was exactly a way station. Yeah. And it was minis, right?
Yep.
It was
that's a good movie.
That had a hidden cellar and stuff. But I bet that Red Dead Redemption that pig farm was called the Aberdeen.
That's it. Yep,
Aberdeen pig farm. And when you get there, they invite you to come in for dinner.
Yeah. They're cooking people up and robbing them, I think, killing them.
Yeah, exactly. So this had to be, honestly, the Bloody Benders, man. It had to be the inspiration for like both of those.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, hell yeah, it did, dude.
I mean, but I think there were probably more than one of these places in the Old West.
Oh yeah, definitely. But there was a guy that done some work for out of Ozark, Arkansas, about 40 miles from here, and he had an old house, and he said, "See that trail down there? I seen it." He said wagons would come through there, and he would kind of show me. You could tell, it was dipped down over the years and stuff, but it's changed a lot. But he said they'd come through here. He said this part of my house was a way station. He said, "Come here." And I went there, and he had an opening. You could look at his bottom of his house, whatever you call it, the foundation. He said, "See that beam in there?" I said, "Yeah." He said that beam was like 140 years old. I said, "Whoa." What? He said, "Yeah." And he said when he was doing remodeling in the house, the guy found newspaper from when Lincoln was assassinated, pieces of it, and little pieces, because back in them days they would put newspaper to insulate the walls, and he found some pieces. But here's the story, what I was going to tell you. He said him and his son both woke up 2 different times and seen an old guy in a Western outfit all in black, standing beside their bed. He told me. Yep. And that
Wow.
was a way station, man. That's what it was. His place part of it. So yeah, a lot of shit went on.
Man, it'd be interesting to do a little more digging on way stations, you know,
Oh yeah.
figure out like a little bit more about that history because that is really interesting because it's kind of something where you don't like hear all that much about it, you know, in the old
No.
West history, but it's fascinating, though. You know,
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I'm sure there had to be some good ones. Yeah, you know, most of them were probably good, but some of them were not, and that was
Yeah.
definitely some
Yeah.
offenders.
Yeah, there was, there was a lot of evil people even back then, from the beginning of time, when Cain killed Abel. But, dude, I bet there was a lot of people who do robberies and stuff and used their kids or their wife because, back then you would believe somebody, especially a female, if they wasn't a lady of the night. It was had a lot of respect and morals. Soiled dove.
A soiled dove.
He's gonna say it. But serious though, for real, that you would believe somebody when they'd say something. So yeah, there was a lot of believe me, there was a lot of shit going on shady.
If you're a lonely cowboy, man, and you get there and there's this comely lass. Bat her eyes. Woo.
Bat them eyes. I seen a documentary on whorehouses in the Western days, and it showed pictures of some of the soiled doves, and they were ugly. They said all of them were ugly. You'd never seen a pretty,
It's all in the eye of the beholder, man.
And the diseases they had. Yeah, and he said that it was only they had condoms in the Western days, and they were goatskin condoms. You had to be rich to get them. Yep.
Yeah, man.
That's nuts, isn't it?
It's I mean, human race got to keep on somehow, man.
Yeah, that is true. That is true, Ted. But I guess if you ain't got nothing else to add but the soiled doves.
Okay.
But seriously though, when you're saying about the weights, that's a good idea, dude. I'd like to do some digging on that and see what a lot of criminal and supernatural stuff going on in way stations in the Western days. Way station. Yeah. All right.
What would today's way station be? Is that like a cheap motel?
I really don't know. I mean, I don't know. Only thing I know is a weight station, but that's for the DOT. It would be a rest area because there's no stuff there at rest areas. Kind of like a rest area they were back in the day, but they had accommodations, places to sleep and eat and.
Yep.
Man, you don't know what you was eating back then.
And whatever other trouble you're gonna get into.
Yeah, gambling.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Time for me to read my Kansas one. Mm-hmm. All right, this is a cryptid from Kansas, Sinkhole Sam. In a quiet town of Inman, Kansas, surrounded by farmland and rolling prairies, there's an old body of water called Lake Inman, the largest natural lake in the state. Back in 1950s, locals began reporting something strange swimming in the murky depths. They called it Sinkhole Sam. Sam was described as a giant serpent-like creature between 15 to 30 feet long with a slick eel-like body. Witnesses say it looked like something prehistoric, dark, glistening skin, no visible limbs, and an eerie way of gliding just beneath the surface. Some claim its head resembled a horse or a snake with small glowing eyes. It didn't roar or hiss, it just appeared, watched, and disappeared again. Sightings began It says sightings began. The legend took off in 1952 when two men out fishing claimed to see a massive creature swimming near their boat. One of them said he could see the thing's long body cutting through the water like a log come to life. They fired a shot at it, but it vanished beneath the surface without a trace. More sightings followed. Farmers working near the marshes reported ripples too big to be caused by any known animal. A few said they saw and heard rise from the water, then slowly sink back down like a submarine. One child claimed he saw it slithering up near the shoreline at dusk before disappearing into the reeds. But despite multiple sightings, no photos or physical evidence were ever collected. Still, the legend stuck. Okay, what is Sinkhole Sam? Well, speculations ran wild. Some say it's a giant eel that got trapped in the lake decades ago. Others believe it could be a relic from prehistoric times, surviving in the deep, muddy waters hidden from civilizations. Some imaginative locals whisper that Sam is a spirit guardian of the land, a cryptid that shows itself only when the land is disturbed. Over time, sightings grew rare and the story faded, but not entirely. To this day, some Inman residents swear Sinkhole Sam is real, just waiting in the deep, watching. Sinkhole Sam. That's super believable, man, because, things could survive, like that, like Nessie, that's... I believe that. Look, of course I believe in cryptid, but if I didn't believe none at all, I'd believe in something like that, because it could be, something that survived over thousands of years.
Well, and then the fact that this lake is made from, it's a natural lake, first of all. It was formed from a sinkhole.
Yeah.
Now, a sinkhole is a natural geological type of formation where the ground just basically falls out from beneath itself, and it could go down hundreds of feet. It could be connected. It could be connected down deep. It could be connected to all sorts of big tunnels and caverns and actually I don't think people even know actually how deep it is.
No,
this Inman Lake.
No.
It's not very. I mean, the top of it is kind of circular, and it's not all that big compared to some lakes. But what's fascinating about this lake is that there could very well, especially a natural. It's obviously been there for thousands of years, and that's it's probably been there long enough to even where a creature could have been there down there long enough and just evolved into something bigger. That could maybe it's the natural top predator. Top of the food chain in that very, very small location, where because this thing has been here thousands and thousands of yees probably.
Dude. I believe it's believable. Now Inman, I don't know, I've been to Inman. I think it's north of Kansas. It's been a few years since I've been there, but they don't have a lot of lakes, in Kansas, east they do. But I've never really heard any cryptic stories from Kansas, not a lot of Bigfoot sightings, but there has been. They got a website you can check, like Bigfoot sightings and stuff like that. Yeah. Yep. They actually got websites that shows you, like on a map, where most sightings have been. Yeah.
Cryptidmap.com. No, I don't even know. I don't know what it is, but that'd be a good name for it.
Yeah, I know they got the BFO you call. It's called the Bigfoot Association. or
Yeah, okay.
BFO. Yeah, look it up. It's a big organization, you know, and you report to them, and some people will come out and stuff think you're legit. And
Yeah, man.
yeah, the BFO. But yeah, dude, I believe it. You could be some big ill-looking horse looking face, though. It said for people. That's weird.
Yeah, it's just because like back then, man, back in the West, Wild West, man, they saw too many horses. They were just like
Well,
they were
that's in the
riding
50s,
horses,
though. That's in the 50s.
feeding horses, brushing horses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. But even in the 50s, you know, it's Kansas. Come on, everybody has horses.
Yeah. That's, no, they do. Yeah, especially out west. There's a lot of cattle farms out west. And remember, I told you I worked for a guy, me and my brother-in-law, and he made custom saddles. And he made all the saddles for a movie that Opie directed. It was a Civil War movie. I don't know the name of it, but Ron Howard directed it. And the guy, he told me, he said, I done all the saddles, and he showed me the pictures. He was a real cool dude. Yeah. And
that Ron Howard, man, he turned into a talented director, man.
He really did.
And his daughter too.
Pretty, or his daughter is pretty.
What was dude? It was the town was Mayberry, and the sheriff Andy, and his son was Opie. And man, that was the show from the 50s, right? But what was the name of that show?
That was the Andy Griffith Show, dude.
Oh yeah, Andy Griffith Show. Yeah.
I've seen every episode about 3 times.
I watch all of them when I was a kid.
I love them, man. I could still watch them.
With that his deputy was the comedian
Don Knotts.
Don Knotts. Yeah, that guy was hilarious, man.
Yeah, he was. He made some good movies too. It was really good.
I wonder where Mayberry was supposed to be.
I think Mayberry. It was Georgia or South Carolina.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. And but yeah, I used to watch it a lot. Remember Gomer Pyle? He made a spinoff when he was in the army. That was a good one too.
Yeah, Gomer was in that show too.
Yeah, Gomer Pyle. Yeah. He was funny.
Well, it was. That was a good show, man. Now, okay, so I was thinking I had a girlfriend from this episode with that Bender daughter, man, but I don't know.
Well, the next one,
too cold-blooded.
Read the next one. Your last one, yeah.
She has a good name, I gotta say, man. This one is The Legend of Molly's Hollow from Atchison, Kansas. Now, because back in our very first episode, man, we had Huggin' Molly.
Oh, Huggin' Molly, she's OG.
You know, she didn't sound so bad, honestly. No. Sneak up behind you, give you a big hug, man. But, this one, Molly's Hollow. Okay, this is a different Molly, maybe it's the same Molly. I don't know.
Maybe.
But, all right, tonight we're heading. Why? Who knows if it's tonight? You know, some people might be listening this day. This time, we're heading to a quiet, tree-lined ravine in Atchison, Kansas. A town that wears its haunted history like an old coat. Known as one of the most haunted places in America. Atchison has ghost stories on every corner. But one place really stands out. A shadowy dip in the landscape that locals call Molly's Hollow. The story goes back generations. Molly was a young black woman. She was said to be kind, bright-eyed, and full of dreams. But in a time when the world was cruel and twisted by hate, Molly's life ended in tragedy. There were different versions. As with most old legends, some say she fell in love with a white man in town, and when their secret was discovered, the town turned on her. Others say she was accused of something she didn't do, and the angry mob didn't wait for proof. But in every telling, it ends the same way. Molly was dragged into the woods, that dark ravine, and there, beneath the tree, she was hanged. There was no trial and no mercy. There's just the cruel silence of twisted justice, if you want to call it that. The land has never forgotten. People who wander too close to Molly's Hollow at night report hearing screams, not loud, but raw and painful, like a voice crying out from somewhere between the living and the dead. Some say they've seen a shadow hanging from the trees, swaying without wind. Others claim to feel a cold hand brush their arm, even on warm summer nights. Or they hear soft sobbing when there's no one else around. The city of Atchison built a park nearby, trying to reclaim the space. But Molly's Hollow remains untouched, a wound in the earth that never healed.
Man.
Is it just a ghost story? Or a cry for real justice that still echoes through the trees? Whatever you believe, if you ever find yourself in Atchison after dark, stay clear of Molly's Hollow, because some spirits don't rest easy.
Man.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it, man. Good people in the world. You know.
Yeah, I mean, especially back then when there was a little more ignorance than love, man.
Yeah. That was awful, but yeah, it was. I had my parents tell me about that. They lived in the South, man, and my mom had a soft heart towards black people. But anybody, she's a good hearted, but she seen that how they were done, grew up, and she did not like it at all. She'd always tell me, she said, it made me sick, son, when she was a kid. And but thank God we growed out of that mostly. I mean, it'd never be totally gone, racism and stuff, but it had come along.
I don't know who. Well, I don't know if you could even say that, man. No one can tell the future, but it's definitely.
I'm talking about right now. We've come a long way than back in the 50s and 60s, but nothing. Hopefully, one day we'll all, get along and maybe let John Lennon run the world, be president.
Yep.
Ono or whatever name. Oh my God, yeah.
It's true. It's true, man. I mean, yeah, dude. Oh, well, we're not even on Mississippi, man. But I was gonna say, that movie Mississippi Burning with Gene Hackman, man. Woo! Yeah, that was a good one.
I need to watch that again.
Oh, the time of turbulence there, man.
Yep.
But I mean, I think as long as there's good people who believe in love and people who look for the good side, we'll be all right in the long run.
Exactly. But I could see that her haunting, and her energy and her spirit being restless, and especially, if it really happened, dying and somebody you love and not being with them. But, that'd be rough. Be rough. I'd haunt somebody too. Definitely would. But I guess you ain't got nothing to add, Ted.
No, I said my piece on that, man.
Yeah. All right, let me see my next one here. Cha-cha-cha-cha. It's a little bit of reading, but I like reading. I like that one you done the first one, though, being the length of it. I enjoy, reading them a little longer, because it tells more meaning and depth in the story. and stuff. But yeah, guys, if you're watching this now, you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Don't forget to like and leave us a comment and stuff. Tell us how we're doing. If you want to hear something in particular, let us know. But anyway, let me read the last one. It is called The Stull Cemetery, Kansas Gateway to Hell. In the tiny, nearly abandoned town of Stull, not Skull, but Stull, Stull, Kansas, lies a weathered old cemetery perched on a hill. Cracked headstones, crooked trees, and a stone church now reduced to ruins. It looks like any other rural graveyard, but its reputation is nothing ordinary at all. According to local legend, Stull Cemetery is cursed. And worse, it's said to house the literal gateway to hell. The legend of the story started in the early 20th century. Whispers among townsfolk told of strange lights, unexplained deaths, rituals in the woods. A nearby church, a long since collapsed, was said to be a place where dark forces gathered. Even the winds around the cemetery were rumored to behave oddly. Calm one moment, howling the next. The most chilling part of the legend, it said that Satan himself appears in the Stull Cemetery twice a year, once on Halloween night and again on the spring equinox. He's said to rise through a hidden staircase beneath the graveyard, a sealed entrance to the underworld, and walks the grounds gathering souls or checking on his domain. Over the years, strange things have happened, people have reported. Time disappearance, clocks freezes, or phones malfunction near the graveyard. Unexplained shadows and photos, disembodied voices whispering through the trees, the feeling of being pushed or grabbed by unseen hands. Missing time, people entering and leaving, and hours later with no memory. Wow. The church ruins were especially feared. Some claim the church never cast a shadow no matter the sun's position. Others said if you knock on one of its walls, you hear screaming from below. Eventually, the remains of the church was bulldozed, supposedly to keep thrill seekers and occult groups from trespassing, but the stories didn't stop. Modern myth, or is it an ancient curse? Because some say it's just an urban legend, a story that got out of hand after a 1970s college newspaper printed a dramatic article about the cemetery's evil reputation, but others insist something truly dark lingers in Stull. Even Pope John Paul II was said to have rerouted his plane to avoid flying over the town. Whether that's true or not, it's added more fuel to the legend. Today's locals don't like talking about it. Some refuse to go near the cemetery, especially at night. Whether the truth may be, Stull Cemetery remains one of Kansas' most infamous and haunted places, a patch of land where the living tread carefully and the dead might not be alone. What do you think about that one, Ted?
Man, it makes me well, what it really gets me is curious about how, if it is a place where, it's a portal to hell and all, how did it get that way? I mean, there has to have something.
Well, some people believe that. I wouldn't doubt it that there is portals, around the earth. Like, what's the deal with the Bermuda Triangle and stuff like that,
Yeah. And then, maybe, so like if there's a portal to hell, then there's a whole lot of, demonic energies.
Yeah.
Kind of focused in on that location.
Yeah, exactly.
And, who's buried there? Is it were there some Satan worshipers back in the day, and now they're their gravestones have been washed away by rain, by time, so we don't know their names now. But back in the day, they were, they were doing ceremonies that brought these hellish forces to the surface, man.
Well, maybe too that the spiritual dimensions or the veil's real thin in that location, to the spirit realm. And maybe that's why they're using it, because I know that the Satanists do a lot of stuff on the spring equinox and Halloween night. So those are special nights to them. I don't know deeply what they do, but I believe there is like portals and staircases and stuff to hell, because even people say about that thing in Switzerland, CERN. People trying to do stuff with dark matter and stuff. Some say that secretly trying to open portals to hell, and control things. That's conspiracy theory, but you never know, man. You never know what's out there for real.
And then, the fact that this cemetery has the crumbling ruins of like a small church, kind of right in the center up on the hill.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like a focal point, really. And all the energies kind of focus in on that place, man.
Well, there got to be a way that these beings and ghosts or the demons or whatever kind of come through somewhere. You know what I mean? They got to have a door somewhere. So it can.
What better place than a creepy old cemetery church?
Get you some barbecue. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, but Satan himself, dude, that's what's crazy. Satan himself did claim.
Man, I wonder if this is on, what are those things called around the earth? The ley lines?
Yeah.
Ley lines,
lines.
I wonder if this is an intersection of some of the ley lines, maybe this is a focal point.
Gotta be something, dude. There's some weird stuff out there. There's like I was telling you about them spirit lights in Joplin, Missouri. That's real close to Kansas, and they can't explain what it is, and everybody's trying to figure it out. Scientists, and there's just stuff in this world that we don't understand.
So a ley line is a mystical, a mystical line that's drawn. Like if you had a map of the world, and you draw lines between locations of spiritual significance, like Stonehenge, the Egyptian pyramids, Mount Shasta, where kind of close to where I live.
Yeah, that place is a lot of stuff goes on up there.
Machu Picchu, and then all these different places around the world, and then like they draw these lines between them. I'll bet you that Stull Cemetery is like at an intersection, man.
Dude, I bet you so.
But it's like it's kind of like the spiritual, these places of spiritual significance, are probably like more on the positive side, and where this is the antimatter. It's like matter, antimatter. Some places are spiritually on the negatives, and because for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction, man. And we got so we can think of plenty of beautiful places in this world, but there's some places that have to kind of respond to that.
Well, I was reading on here. It says that about the cemetery. It was in it showed pictures of the old crumbling foundation. It was a evangelical Emmanuel church, It said the legends began spreading in 1974. Article in the University Daily Kansas claims Stull Cemetery is one of the 7 gates to hell, with the devil appearing twice a year. You know, like we said, now demolished stone church once stood beside the cemetery is rumored to house hidden stairs that led to hell, and visitors stayed dry inside even during rainstorms. Even when they didn't have a roof on it, dude, they would stay dry. Tales tell of a grave of a witch with a stone inscription "Witch," WITTICH, and it says local folklore say her spirit curses anyone who disturbs her remains. And I said they hear voices saying, "Keep away from my bones." And visitors.
I mean,
go ahead.
Well, no, just because back on that lake, man, Inman, right?
Yeah.
That was on a that was on a big sinkhole, right? Naturally occurring sinkhole. Oh, it makes you wonder, under this hill where the cemetery is there could very well be caverns that go down really deep. And you know, maybe they found out, maybe there are stairs that go down, and
it could be like, supernatural, like appear there and disappear. And it says, let me read this too real quick. It says visitors, report bizarre experiences, memory loss, grab unseen hands, sudden drops of temperature, and unexplained electrical malfunctions. It says one Reddit user from nearby Lawrence, I know exactly where Lawrence is, mentioned that the church ruined cemetery is very small and no actual buried church structure remains, and emphasized that many eerie tales were likely student generated. But it said this too, another Reddit thread quotes Dave Grohl and Andre Grande recounting unsettling sensations, sulfur smells, and ghostly faces and photographs taken near the church site during a visit, influenced by the legend. So they were there, and it's locked down. They won't let nobody in there. Wow, that's crazy. I've seen pictures of it. There's something to it. Remember, there's always a little truth and a lie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And man, it just really gets me curious on, like, the history of that place.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does, man. It's got some pictures.
Hey, it's one place where I won't go trick or treating on Halloween, man.
Oh no. Hell no.
Even if it was full chocolate bars, give it away, man.
What's your favorite chocolate bar, Ted?
Oh man, what's that one with the there's this one called a Take 5.
Yeah.
That's dude, that's a good one, man. Yeah. It's got you got nougat, you got caramel.
Yeah.
And pretzel pieces in there.
Good one.
Yeah, that's a pretty darn good one, man.
What about Zero? You ever liked them?
Well, that's pretty much, that one's pretty much I know what the wrapper looks like. But that's pretty much pure chocolate, right?
No, it's like a white nougat, they call it. Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, and then I tell you, one of my favorites is whatchamacallit. It's real good.
Oh yeah. That one's similar, huh?
That
was similar to that Take 5.
I think that when I've got diabetes, I don't eat a lot of chocolate, and I barely eat it. But I like dark chocolate because it's a little bit better for me than regular. So I'll eat some dark chocolate sometimes,
Yeah, man. Chocolate price the last couple of years, man. Whoo-wee. You got a little candy bar cost you out here, man. It's like, minimum $2.50 now.
Oh,
and then Hershey's, they have a special sale going every once in a while where they, they have like, you can get some Reese's peanut butter cups or a Hershey's bar for $1, but it doesn't last very long.
No, well, Walmart, usually got the long packs of like the Reese's and Hershey's. And it was for $1 for years, and now they went up, I think, to $1.25. But I go to the dollar store, man. If I want, which I get sugar free or. Which is really, to me, it's better for me to eat a regular chocolate than the sugar free, because sugar free, man, it tears your stomach up. Even if you get the aspartame free or whatever, it gives you gas and that shit ain't no good for you at all. And all, Ted, at all. Yep. You still drinking your Jack? You've been drinking your Jack. I know you.
What, JD?
Yep.
Man, yeah, I'm all out right now, man. I've in the summertime, I'm kind of more about like some like gin and tonic, or like rum and ginger ale type of thing,
Yeah.
Kind of summertime.
Yeah, that does sound good.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it's all the good stuff in life, man. We can only have a little bit of it.
Well, you notice this though. Are you like this? Okay, if you're eating something real good, and if you take your time and eat it, I seem to enjoy it more. If I eat slower, I love doing that, dude. It's way better.
I am totally quality versus quantity type of person.
Yeah,
I'm with you completely. I'd rather have one bite of the best chocolate in the world than 5 pounds.
Exactly.
But this is a funny one though. In a lot of the 7-Elevens out here, you got 7-Elevens. You got 7-Elevens back there?
Yeah, not a lot, but you're here.
Yeah. So it's like a small convenience store, and they started selling these chocolate bars. Now they had them in a box up at the register. Okay, real fancy looking. It's called Dubai chocolate. Like from the Arab Emirates, Dubai.
Yeah.
One of like supposed to be like the richest place in the universe right now. And these things, it's supposed to be inside of this chocolate bar. It's supposed to be like this pistachio stuff, and but because it has the name Dubai, guess how much they were selling this chocolate bar for? $20.
What? Are you serious?
$20, dude.
Wow.
And just to see how many people would like go, oh, that has to be good.
It gotta be.
That has to be the best chocolate ever.
How big was the chocolate bar, Ted?
Just like, it's probably like what you consider a king size or a share size, for $20, dude. Dubai chocolate. It's from Dubai.
Yeah. I bet it's no different than anything else, man.
At our age, man, we know. Yeah. That's just some pistachio paste in some chocolate with the word Dubai on it.
Yeah, come on, man.
because you buy Dubai
but
$20.
That's just younger people just think that just because it's more expensive, they just look at these advertisements and and just because they see somebody wearing this, it's in style, they'll give $250 for a pair of jeans. Man, you know what I mean? 300.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude. I done that when I was single about 10 years ago. I bought a cup. Man, no way I'd do it again. I'm good out of that. I'm single now, but I'm not gonna give no 200 some bucks for a pair of jeans. Not again.
Yeah. It's all about looking good, man.
Yeah, I'm over the hill, dude. I ain't worried about this shit now. You know what I mean? But let me end the tip. If you ain't got nothing to add, I enjoyed it.
All right. I'm gonna go eat some Dubai. Oh no, I'm not gonna do that.
Don't fall for it, Ted. Don't fall for it.
I almost bought one just because, but nah.
Yeah. Hey, before I go, did you see when we talk about supernatural and we talk about crime? Did you see on the news about that couple that was killed? It was all over the news about Devil's Den.
Oh, yeah.
Arkansas.
That was in Arkansas.
Yeah, that happened 25 miles from where I live, dude. Yeah. He didn't say why he done it, and he was going to be a school teacher too in the fall.
Yeah.
And it's all over the local news here because it's local. But yeah, it become nationwide, and that was awful, man. I don't understand. There's some evil shit out there in the world, guys. Y'all gotta watch out for it. Take care of yourself.
It's called situational awareness. You just gotta be aware of your surroundings.
You're right, 100%.
Always have some level of keeping your eyes open, your ears listening, and it's sad, but it's
yeah.
Whew. I mean, I'd probably be doing that on a trail just for animals, honestly, but yeah.
But that dude was crazy, man. I don't know what he did, what happened, or what. They didn't release it, but yeah, that was awful. Killed them both, man. Mother and father, kids. At least he didn't harm the kids. So yeah. But anyway, guys, I know we was all over the place talking about different stuff, but I hope you guys enjoyed this premiere. And like I said, leave us a comment. Don't forget to like the stream. I appreciate it, Ted, as always. And
it's been fun.
Anyway, guys, don't forget to look under the bed, look in the closet, and look out for them Dubai chocolate $20 candy bars and water babies too. So watch out for them. We're adding to the list now. All right, guys. We'll catch you next time, guys. Peace out.